Okay, you dream you're back on the Temperance. Wake up shaken. You awake, shaken, literally by the engineer. He stands over you, bug-eyed. For a moment you think you're back on the Temperance. Hammond? Show, it's Cordell. Cordell? What about Cordell? Let's get up. Peel yourself from the sleeping bag and get up. There's food and supplies missing from the stores. Cordell? Are you kidding me? What? She's trying to make a run of it. Lead the way. Two of you change out of the tent into the snow. I found tracks heading up towards the mountain pass. Okay. You follow tracks away from camp. It's half an hour before you finally spot her ascending the dead mountain. There she is. With Hammond. Go back to camp, I'll handle this. No letting you screw this up by yourself. Look, mate. I'm done with you. That's an order. Oh, it's Hammond. He departs from whence you came. You creep up towards her silhouette. Cordell picks up on the sounds, slowly turning back around to spot you in her line of sight. She clears her throat. Captain Shaw? What are you talking about? To what do I owe you this surprise? You know full well why I'm here. Can't say I do. No reason or idea what you're trying to tell me. You wish to make parallel accusations, you should inform me on what those accusations are. Getting a head start on tomorrow's scouting? Fine night for us. And a fine story, but I don't think either of us believe that's what I'm doing. Stanberg is suspecting. What? She's pregnant. Stanberg's a girl? Of course she is. I mean, we have plenty of supplies. Let's go over there. What does it look like I'm doing, Robin? If you leave, you're ensuring their demise. But there's more of a chance out here than with the rest of you. I'm going to allow Stanberg and I to be part of this expedition any further. Are you gonna be good without the rest of us? I do. Suppose we'll be my new leader. I'll start over. Certainly not the first time I have to do that. You're going to have to shoot me before you leave. I propose a duel? No. Come to me first. Why? Let me convince you now. I'm listening. You might feel that you don't need us, but we need you, both of you. This is not the mission or the money for me. You can have my pay. I just want yeah. Would you be willing to put that in writing? Do you have a pen? Sign the amendment. Write the amendment and sign it. Acting Captain Robin Shaw. Two of you being the long trek back to camp. Stanberg follows patiently. We need the gun. Well, we need her. I mean, if it were me, I would break the contract once we get to land, but... Gasher, careful! You turn your head to spot Gasher perched precariously over the edge. Camera in hand, lining up another shot from her position. this girl. It's a great shot of the horizon. Trust me. You've got a good shot of falling to your death. Get back over here. Ground isn't safe. Can't trust anything beneath your feet this high up. Gasha doesn't need their warnings. Doesn't heed their warnings. Instead, lining up the shot and snapping it cleanly. No issue. Might be the banner image for my report. Should we move on? Only for her to slip on the ice beneath. Perfect. Launch forward and pull Kasha forward so that she isn't hurtling over the edge. Her initial stumble sent the camera falling below. My camera. Man. Peering over, searching for her camera. I can't lose it. Everything from this expedition was on there. It's a blip on the rocks. Can't see the ground from the distance. It's snagged on the ice. Not too far down. I can't climb back down. You want to go back to climbing? If I lose that camera, my entire reason for being on this nightmare goes with it. Getting the camera. Why everyone is asking me for these stupid decisions? It's just a camera, Kasha. You've still got your notes. The world needs those photos to believe this. Your mistake. I'll do it. Be careful. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Both of you. Leave the camera to me. I would suggest rethinking this plan of action. It's because I'm the navigator that I'm going down. Kurt pays no heed to the process of Templeton, continuing to climb down with Cation too. Don't thank me until the job is done. Okay. Kasha keeping her eyes on her camera all the times. Easy, you can do this. Okay, don't make rash movements. Collect the camera. Kurt is going to die. So much for bad luck. Let's climb back up. Kurt begins to adjust the lines on his climbing gear, prepared to let Kasha up, but the extra weight from the camera causes the rock beneath Kurt fails to crumble, and the former film star goes hurtling back. He snaps to a standstill. The line between himself and Kasha is still intact, but the weight of the big man's fall pulls Kasha back from the face of the cliff. Kasha, are you alright? Can't see the cliff. What's happening? This line won't hold with me. Pull us up. Hang back. Lest any added weight of the cliff edge cause an even more dire incident. Captain. Pull them up. Dangling weight of Kurt is also putting strain on the back end of the rope as it's tied to a jagged rock on the peak. Notice the rope beginning to fray at the edge. So does Kurt. He pulls out the knife. Kasha. Always promised myself I'll lose a few extra pounds. Bit late for that, I suppose. Take a photo. Take a photo of me for prosperity. Once in a lifetime shot. Do it. Afraid the old ticker won't hold out. Can't get any more strenuous than this. Drop the camera. She drops the camera into the void. Everyone. They are pulled to safety, okay. There is a big Kurt bursts into relieved laughter. Oh my god. Still, that was just like the movies. It was all quite jarring. Might we move on? God, you both made it out. I was so worried. Can't believe this show business fake would be actually daring. Believe me, this will be a full page in my report. So the Fox humble card. You're allowed to be proud right now. Can I move on to the next week, please? Crew finally crest the mountain top. Grabbing everyone's attention is a cave in the rock wall. Good spot, some shelter from the winds. What lies inside may prove a danger. The crew get to work, setting up camp at the peak of the mountain. Why don't you put it inside? Arrival of the crew? Incredible. Don't know how far we can actually go with how we handling ourselves, but let's see. Captain, just my luck, isn't it? To make it this far and to lose the camera at the final hurdle. Should be grateful nothing more important was lost. That is a bright side, of course. Yeah, your life is much more important than that. Not taking this for granted, you better not. Something I should say. Past comments I made. Forgiven. Allow me to apologize first. Can't convince me to lie in my report. I'll tell the entire truth. The truth is that Kurt Darling is a true hero. I've caused my fair share of trouble on this expedition, and I don't intend to hide that from anyone. But your heroism is more important to share. What did you tell me about inspiring others? Thank you. I can only hope another young Cassia Belfort reads my report. No, I don't want to do this. I don't like commanding people. I don't care. Nice try, Captain. Chasing glory has been my vice for too long. Whatever you write about me has my blessing. I can expect honesty. Thank you, friend. Okay. So remember, we have no resources at all. Let's see. Templeton. Captain, it is time. We are at the crossroads, and a decision needs to be made. We both read the cairn. We know the location of the Viscount lies in this cave. We are this close. Our missions and lies in wait. What do you expect to find? Answers for better or for worse? If what we read is correct, the shore cabin should hold enough rations to last us a full year. Can afford the risk of missing a single rescue ship? Think it's worth it. Yeah. Should secure the cabin first. Of course. But this mountain is perilous, Captain. Can we survive a second trek? Should inform the crew of our movement as soon as you leave this tent. No, you'll make the right call. So, we're only going there because we have enough food in there. Let's see. Debut the shore. You look across the ocean, abandon the mission and seek the rescue ship. Let me see, what is this? Speak to a navigator engineer. Hammond and Kurt huddled around the boiler, deep in conversation. As you approach, their heads perk up, noticing you. Captain, didn't see you there. Apologies. Seems we were both caught up in our work. My work. You're just watching me, Kurt. But you did manage to pick out the materials. We were just replacing the spy glass I cracked on the mountain. May not be of any use in this cave, but you never know when we might need it next. Okay. What do you make of this cave, Kurt? It's not one, no doubt. A lot of questions we shouldn't be answering. Our priority should be to get to shore, not go spelunking. Coming from you? Isn't that the point of our shite films? Oh, so you've seen my films, good one. Just that one. And what did you think? Pure bollocks. Should have figured. Isn't they rather good? It's good you'd say that, Captain. Just can get over all the inaccuracies in them. Inaccuracies. I know a stage shock when I see one. They did certainly clean up a lot in the edit. Don't get it. You're a proper bloody navigator, Kurt, and a damn hero. I've seen it with my own damn eyes. So why do you star in all those pony films? Would you call them funny? They may not be the picture of accuracy, but they have the power to inspire people. More so than any true story could. Yeah. Now that is exactly what I like to hear. Glad my films had such an effect on you, Captain. You really like that shirt? Everyone is entitled to their taste, Hammond. Though I do appreciate your more cynically approach. In fact, it's clear that if there's one thing I'm in need of, it's someone who can keep me grounded. What do you want to say? Would you consider joining me after this on further expeditions? As an engineer? Yes, but also as a level head. Need someone like you. I'll think about it. Perhaps I could join you both. Asking for the job, Captain. 3 of us on the same crew again. Bound to go horribly wrong. Perhaps, but I think our ingenuity will help us pull through. Anyway, here you are, all finished. Incredible, great work, Hammond. Kahurangi. What? A real name, Kurt's just for the media. Kahurangi Tuhoro. Kahurangi. Oh, everyone is friends now. Scientists. You pass the 10 and are quick to notice what's going on. Kasia, the intrepid photographer, standing close to the doctor. Their faces pressed closely together. She is altered to your footsteps and opens her eyes. Eyes which quickly widen as you're spotted. Quickly, she and Natalie pull away from each other. Heads nervously swiveling around at hand. Natalie letting out a punctuated huff. Captain, you could have cleared your throat or something. We were just sticking together for warmth. Yes, quite clever. Clever of us to be doing that. I think our good captain was judging us. That or show is quite tense, and that would be a greater issue for us. Congratulations. Thank you, Captain. Should be thanking you. Placing us together in one tent for a year certainly fostered conversation. Not a matchmaker. We spoke at length, at first about his unexpectedly vast knowledge of ice fishing, ending with casual conversations about our favorite newspaper strips. Well, it wasn't entirely casual. What do you mean? Maybe you didn't notice it. Before putting on an effective voice, dramatically quoting her past statements. Why, Doctor, I think you will be a great subject for my next report. Sure you wouldn't mind a write-up on your interesting life? A handsome young medical prodigy. You must have a bevy of suitors. There is this excellent seafood restaurant in the capital. We should absolutely eat there when we return to land. I used we, for goodness sake. Was beginning to think you were oblivious to all flirtation. Recognized some of it. Was too nervous at the time to respond. Though it's true. I did think you were just passionate about seafood. I don't need the entire story. At this point, You don't take issue with this, do you, Captain? So when will you be holding a wedding? Excuse me? Good one, Captain. Presuming all goes well, of course, not for another year or 2. Or 5. Doctor, I like to live fast. 5 years is fast. I think I could whittle you down. I'm joking, of course. It's far too soon to speak on that. Well, forbidden or not, we're at the end of our journey here, I hope. Matters of the crew are in the past. Stay home with Kasha. Something to look forward to. Been quite a while since we had that. Agreed. Yeah, wish you both happiness, blah blah blah. Thank you. Excuse me? Thank you. Colonel Master, you. I wish to speak to you on a matter. What? Concerning your report. Put simply, I have a story for you to include regarding who I am. Colonel Master. That is true, but not the whole truth. Been curious about your past. No doubt you were. I'm certain you have heard them call me Lady Cordell. I asked around, and apparently it was a moniker granted to you due to how you spoke. Those who dubbed me with that name have no idea the irony in doing so. Truth is, I am a noble, or I was. What? You were what? Are your ears failing you? Care not to repeat myself. Born and raised within the nobility. Don't mean to call you a liar, but that's just a big claim. Ingrid Cordelia Weston. You keep your ear to the ground after. I'm sure you have heard of her. She's a distant relative of the monarchy. Had a seat as an MP for a brief period. Prime Minister? No. I don't know what MP is. When missing, well, I am. Have all the proof I need to show you. Do you believe me? It will certainly be an odd thing to lie about. Assume you are aware of the political system, Kasha. Researching it was possible the most dull and harrowing part of my last report. Vaguely. Allow me to refresh your memory. As a distant cousin of same monarch, I was placed in one of those parliamentary seats. Had no interest in being an MP. My aversion towards human interaction was no different in my youth. Age is my first dog as a gift in my childhood. Much preferred their company. There was once a time when you weren't such a recluse. Have encountered and interviewed many of the nobility in your time, correct? Would you choose to spend your time amongst those people? Fair point. So, this whole time we've been traveling with a runaway. Suppose that sound quite unusual. Learn not to be surprised. I refuse to live that life any longer. Certain things were expected from me. Act with decorum, attend every social event, real self-hidden, until you're considered suitable to be shipped off into a political marriage. Grim reality, one I wanted no part of. My choice was clear, and I didn't hesitate in my thought for a moment. I left home in the dead of night, taking only 2 things with me. My certificate of birth for reasons more practical than sentimental, and my dog. More sentimental than practical. Started a breeding kennel in the capital, earned the moniker of Lady Cordell among the common folk. And I was free, free to feel the ground beneath my feet. As Cordell speaks, Kasia intently takes notes. Trapped in a restrictive role in society, you broke free of your chains, yearning to be independent. I suppose. Just like a wild pack of dogs, able to roam free. Do not include the surface level poetic interpretation of my actions. Have you ever considered returning? Not. It's not for me. Why have you shared this with me? I would expose you. Why would you allow that? I trust you to tell my story. And I no longer have anything to hide. We'll let you down. I'll tell the whole truth of your tale. Assuming you leave out that tripe about wild dogs. How is the Stanberry? Still pregnant. Quite fortunate for me, after what happened to my kennel. What are you going to do with the litter? Turn replacing the kennel I lost, piece by piece. Okay, so you'll be continuing your line of work? I might begin again as a kennel master, then return to the novelty. More or less, that's my story. What say you, Captain? Thank you for sharing. Can't believe you would trust us with... Don't mistake this for closeness. Simply trust your credentials enough to consider you're professional. But you're welcome. Friend. Okay. You find the curious science officer overlooking several petri dishes containing various materials picked from the walls of the cave. Curiouser and curiouser. Observe the materials we've uncovered in just the entrance of the cave. Copper, tungsten, antimony. These are deposits more likely found in lakes, not all in a cave. Let alone a mountaintop cave in the polar region. Nothing about it seems natural. Could this be why the upper tones were looking for this area? Perhaps. May I ask you a question? Assume you must enjoy my questions at this stage, but keep humor in them. We have been working together for quite some time. You've evaluated me. Can conclude that you are more than capable in your role as captain. I'd like to offer you a job. With the company? Yes, who else? Have precisely the right set of skills to make you a valuable asset to the company. Time I tell you the truth of who we're working for. Beneficial to keep cards close to my chest. You are the one we're working for. Why would you take a decision of who to hire otherwise? Okay, another kind of rations. The Upperton Company. I already knew that. Focus on the face. Her. Her name is Minerva Upperton, the president of the Upperton Tanning Company. Why would she do it? Tin funds is perhaps the lowest priority with the company in today's age. You can likely table by the shoddy work on our rations. Lady Upperton is focused on turning her company into the only option in commerce, which is why she sought after the expedition of the Viscount. She's interested in what the Viscount found in the ice. No doubt there are several details has kept hidden from even myself, but I will tell you what I can. The original expedition of the Viscount was carried out by the government, raised to find the southernmost point of the world, charted it out in the name and glory of science. Upon arrival, they discovered the same strange environments as we have. They investigated instead of heading back. It wasn't the cold and the starvation that drove the crew mad. It was what they found there that took their minds. What did they find? It remains a mystery, but what we do know was a witness, washed ashore, half mad, their tongue cut out. They lived only long enough to give us a hint at what we're looking for. But from what we know, the crew of that vessel found something world-changing. This is no mere treasure. What they found was unnatural in nature, a paradox existing at the most southern point of the world. Whoever can retrieve it will shape the path of human advancement for the next century. Believe I'm being underpaid. I can assure you a greater rate of pay should we be able to recover the secret. I mean, if we go back, we're getting nothing. If it was me, I would just go back. Like in real life, but let's recover that. My thoughts. Good to see we are both of the same level mind. I've told you all that now. Please, leave me to my research. You never responded to my offer. Do you wish to work with Appleton Tining Company for this? We'll consider it. Okay. I have nothing to burn. Notice that the compasses are pointing directly towards the cave. Commitment kept. Dark cave network reveals itself into an opening. Oh, whoa. There it stands before you, the Viscount, but it was left by its former crew, but not as it was left. The ship stands quite different indeed. Snow flittering into the grotto seems almost frozen in time. Weather itself remains fixed in awe of these impossibilities sprouting from the great lost ship. Can barely believe your eyes. Certainly isn't a dream. You make out the letters spelling Viscount on the hull of the vessel. After 5 years, no, 6, to the most roundabout road possible, you finally found it. Keep your eyes ahead. Scientist is truly a lot of words. With suspicion. It's almost as if it's looking back. This is... Instinctively, she reaches down for her camera before her eyes widen. Damn it. What's wrong? There will be no pictures. This isn't so who'll believe this without photographic evidence? Well, as at least eyewitness, they can't think us all mad, right? Would you look at this? In all my years, never have I seen something like this. Remarkable, beautiful, amazing. Sure is something. Possible lies before our eyes. Reward for those who've braved the land of no return. Gods, I wish my team could have seen this. So, could it all have been worth it to find this at the end of our road? Despite the vegetation, the Viscount looks to be intact. Shouldn't hazard to get my hopes up, but from Remarkable, truly remarkable. We must study this at once. I was concerned, Joe. Worried that we may not find anything at the end, but this more than I could have possibly imagined. How could something like this exist out here? Just not possible, is it? Believe your eyes, Doctor. Heard tales of something like this? Old sailor legends, fruits of the Three Sisters, placed to lure desperate men to the briny deeps. Take one bite, their souls are forever lost. Here all the time as a lad, kept me up at night. Grimly would tell me it wasn't real. Careful, there's many sailor songs about this, none of them good. Awfully superstitious, don't you think? You have eyes, you're looking at the tree just as I am. Am I seeing things here? You've got to be fucking joking. This tree. Don't give a shit about some bloody tree. The Viscount, look at it, it is seaworthy. You know that from a look? I know every inch of it, it's just like its twin. We can sail this. This truth is a score for the ages. We need a moment to collect our thoughts. Under no circumstances is anyone to touch that boat. The plant could be poisonous. We need to practice extreme caution. Well, you're the botanist. Take a look at it. Oh, the dog is barking. Brrr. No expert on plants, but something about that thing unnerves me. We need an assessment of the tree, Templeton. It is the fruit of our labor. We should not lose focus. Setting up a makeshift camp on the side of a ship in the grotto. Okay. Captain cabin is locked. Okay, nothing to do with the organ. How do you want to say with this? It's full of roots. The furnace. The engine of the Viscount, the classic retrofitted steam train model, twisted amongst the roots of the tree. Oh, there's someone. An old skeleton in what appears to be a captain's uniform. Their bones have fused to the roots around it. They've clearly been here for some time. Inside their coat, you find a sheep's skin. Okay, captain's skin. Let's go up. Lock the door with the captain's key. You enter to find a ghost sitting before you. What?